We went on a field trip today. Went in the town and grabbed some paint for that engine. Didn't get the color I wanted, but hey, one of the Chevy Reds. Close enough to Case IH red. Just not the international green we were looking for. There's some bins for you. This is the...
Hey, look, there's Maury's trailer.
Yeah, Maury's trailers are sitting there.
No, the other one's out back.
That's the place where number one's fiance works when he's not driving his own truck. Seed cleaning plant. They actually got a brand new plant last year. Brand new line. Ah!
You know who this is? Oh, it's the cats.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's not her though, because it's a him in it.
That's your husband.
So, yay, that was a good slam on the brakes. Oh well. Thought I'd show you a little bit. See, there's actually some stuff kind of growing. Guy that farms this, his place is right straight in front of us over there. He's one of the few around that has some versatile tractors. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There's flowers there.
Yeah, they don't take very good care of them, but they are beautiful when they bloom. And there's a strobe.
Oh, goody. Hey, here's a subject to talk about. There's a bicyclist up here with a strobe light on the back. It's a red one, which isn't as bad, but there's a lot of them that love those nice clear ones that are really bright. If you notice, she's trying not to see it. She had seizures when she was little. She was in the hospital a couple of times.
Oh.
He's got one of those bright strobes on the front. It's hitting in the mirror. Strobes, for someone who has had seizures before, can set seizures off. When I was much younger than when she was, I was still a baby, and I had a seizure. And most strobes don't bother me, but once they started putting those stupid strobes on bicycles, which, by the way, are not DOT approved, they are technically illegal to use on public right-of-way. I get really bad headaches, and she's actually gotten headaches to the point where she's had to pull over and park for like 10 or 15 minutes because she couldn't drive. So any of the rides a bicycle, if you got those stupid strobes, just turn the things on steady before you kill somebody. And yes, I know there has been accidents caused by it, and people have died in those accidents, but the bicycle world doesn't seem to care about that. Kind of like they don't seem to care about using things that are approved to be used on the public right-of-way.
And for my sake, even in any heavy equipment that we have, whether it be a tractor, a truck, my own personal vehicle, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I have my yellow strobes on. Your white ones, even your red ones, cause problems.
Yep, they all can. The color just aren't as bad as the clear. It's all on the frequency.
I noticed that the clear and the red are the two worst ones for me. I get to the yellow, like the ones that we use on any of our vehicles or anything like that, I'm fine with. But there's certain frequencies that I just cannot do.
And hey, on the DOT stuff, yes, that's a crack in her windshield.
Yes.
In her new car, it popped.
It is under warranty.
It popped up. The dealer is waiting for a new windshield to come in so she can take it down and get it replaced. All under warranty. So, hey, look at that. We're 4.5 minutes already, and here, we'll show you some berries while we're here. There's some blueberries. Funny thing, they redid the highway here, and they put a fence along there to keep the state from trying to make their highway go any farther, and they lost 3 acres of berries, but that field produced 15 more tons of berries the year that fence went in.
And for if anyone that saw the flowers and stuff there, yes, a young teenager did die there. That's why there's flowers there.
So the Yeah, she had to interrupt me, screw me up.
Sorry.
Just like normal. Bicyclists used to stop along there all the time to rest. So that gives you an idea how many blueberries were being stolen. And, oh, gee, they're just growing there. They're free. BS. It's somebody's livelihood. Leave the shit alone. Okay, that's enough. Get you something later. Little different view. Yeah, it ain't painted yet. Still doing cleanup on it and trying to find a couple things. I found the new oil fill cap for it. Chevy blue, so it's out of a Chevy. She just turned the radio on down there. I just thought I'd show you how it enclosed. Originally this was not enclosed, so there's braces at every post. And when we decided it was time to enclose it, we cleaned it up. I put 2 of our grain tote bins, the steel ones that we use, put 2 of those on the shop floor. And we went through everything that was up here at the time. Yes, it is unorganized chaos. Basically, from there to the wall is all truck parts. Then we kind of hit some electrical and kind of a little everything. Mostly tractor and implement parts in this center section. Mostly marked. Yeah, I got lost up here. And, you know, everybody needs a couple air cleaners kicking around. And, yeah, there's a little welder. It comes down once in a while. Oh, yeah, and we have a buzz box at the ready all the time. We used to do a lot of hard surfacing, and we set the wire feed up for it, and it didn't work out so well because the feed wasn't heavy enough for the hard surface wire. So, buzz box is right there. That's a door right there. You got to come up here, flip that little latch, open it, drop the cords down. This is right above the welder plug-in by the walk-through door. Plug it in, and 30-foot leads, you make it as far as you can. And yeah, there's a monkey over there, probably burping and smelling it. Oh, geez, no wonder it stinks over there. She says it's hot up here. It was cold up here, but I've had the door open for a while. Anyway, when we cleaned this up, one of those barrels was completely full of cardboard, paper, all packaging material. The other one, we filled full of scrap metal twice. We dumped those on the neighbor's trailer so he could take it in, and he took over 2 tons of scrap metal, and it was all up here. So, sometimes you wonder, why am I keeping that? Well, that right there is a gearbox out of a manure spreader. It's a rebuilt gearbox, so there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it's old, but it works. If we lose a gearbox, it'll work. That one right there, just another gearbox, but there's nothing wrong with it. If you need one, it's there. Hey, there's even a caging bolt for a air can right there. And look, clevises for an air can. Block heater for a Chevy pickup.
Did you find your...
Somewhere over there, there's a block heater for a N14 too. Or I should say a big Cam Cummins. And she's going to give me dumb looks and point at me and get in the way.
All the...
mirrors too. That one was a takeoff. It's on a bracket. But that's what we use. They're $20 at Napa, and they work like those $500 ones or whatever the hell they are from John Deere. Yeah, that's why we're doing that. And that cabinet is mostly all filter storage, which is kind of empty, but it's there. More storage, more storage. The black one's got a lot of manuals that we don't use anymore, and a drawer full of jigs and patterns for cutting stuff. This side is basically all construction stuff. Basically. When you're limited for space, you kind of make a mess. Is what it is. Used to have all hydraulic stuff down here, but not much left stuffed in this corner anymore. And yes, once in a while, we get them little varmints in here and they go through stuff. Had a bait station up here for a while, but it went to the barn. electric motors on that shelf. Got a couple other bigger ones out in the shed. So yeah, just a mix match of everything. Some of the old helmets. That one there with the leather on it, that's my old one. I used that for, I don't know, 30 years probably. And the one with hard hat on it, that's one I made because you couldn't get one like that. And that box right there, that's going to be coming down here sometime before we finish the sprayer, because that's all the electronics for it. That's everything except for the GPS antenna. The only thing I need is a little hockey puck to mount on the roof so we can go. Oh, and there's bucket brackets for John Deere's because we've made a few adapters and stuff for those for people. Nodder oilers for Heston Big Baler. They were takeoffs off an old one that somebody else had, and you know what? We got them when we bought the baler. Keep them. So, you know, the list goes on. And on, and on, and on, and on. And that's probably damn near enough for you today anyway. Oh yeah, Freightliner Cab Handles. That works good for getting up and down. Way better than what we didn't used to have. Used to be nothing. And if I don't get too far, I can still turn around and grab the twine. That's how we open and close the door. Works good. And the holes up there, the ladder used to be over farther till we enclosed it, put the handles on, and that's when we added on to catch our catch. But it works. And she's over here trying to get my attention. She wants to know something really, 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 really bad.
I marked all these on plastic
Yep.
on the other end.
I told her to mark all that stuff just because we did take it
I
off.
just unplugged him and just put him back in and marked
Yep.
him.
Okay. So that's all perfect.
And
And she's just going to keep disrupting me.
that's what I can do.
The carburetor looks cleaner than it was. Pulled the starter because it's like, yeah, I don't want the starter to be the color we're making the rest of it.
The one thing that might be in your way is
We
the
were
wire.
trying to get more or less that color. Make it original for the engine.
But instead we're going to do like the primer color.
Instead, since we couldn't find any of that, well, actually I shouldn't say
kind
that.
of.
We found one can of that. One can is not going to put, and they recommend 3 coats. Well, if we get 2, we're doing good. But one can is not going to get enough on there. Bruce today suggested for engine paint this stuff. We got 2 cans of
I'm close to that.
Chevy orange, and this is supposed to be, I guess it just says bright red.
On their thing it said Chevy, right? Just saying.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Chevy. This one, yeah, this one says Chevy orange.
That was the other thing I was going to say.
We were trying to get 2 more cans of this, but this was the closest we can get, so I'm gonna do first coat with these, finish off with this, because hey, you know what? They'll match the booms more or less.
The other side didn't flap. The screw's not tight down on it.
And she's telling me all these things I already knew.
No, if you knew
I've been around this engine about 50 times, and I still haven't found. Oh, maybe I have found everything. And I was going to show you my new cap, but that's okay.
we still need to get that bit.
And she's still griping at me. We're going to have to cut that pin out of that clevis to get that apart. Do I have to take it apart? Probably not. But if I get it apart now, there is 0 encumbrances to get to it. Once it's in there and there's a cab sitting on top of it, it's going to be arm's length. So I'm good with right here. I can get in here with the cutoff right now, cut the damn thing off, hopefully without destroying too much stuff. Then try to get the broken piece or the cutoff pieces out and find another pin. Do it now, don't have to do it later. So I'm probably going to call it good with this because sure I got 10 minutes just showing off the inside of the shop. Oh yeah, and yeah, the first 2 rainy days were dry. It's been raining most of the day. Winded all night. It's already getting windy again now. Oh, and another quickie. Showed everybody that before it was cleaned up, and I kind of wondered about here. Here, let's see. We can see it better from. No, it's not busted up. So, all right, everybody. With that, I hope you've had a a great Saturday, right? Hey, it's Saturday. She agrees. She's nodded her head. I heard the rocks rattle.
It's Saturday.
So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, maybe I'll get something tomorrow.